because, of course, I don't know if you heard, I don't know if you've been living under a rock for the past 50, I don't know, when did Chernobyl happen? I don't remember.
Neither do I, to be honest.
Let's just say 50 years, maybe more, maybe less. Yeah, if you've been living under a rock for the past 50 years, you may have missed, but Chernobyl sort of blew up.
Yeah. Sort of blew up.
And the whole area is just shrouded in radiation.
Indeed.
By the way, you're coming up on something.
Ooh.
Rules are the same as in Half-Life 1, grenades get snipers.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw the sniper and immediately thought, hey, I have a grenade. Did you watch the Chernobyl TV show?
No, I didn't.
It's
Also, you don't want to get hit by the snipers. They do so much damage.
It's so fucking good.
But basically, the Atomgrads are all mostly completely irradiated. So they are used as sort of like testing grounds to see how radiation like builds up and lingers in an urban environment.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, damn.
Chernobyl's such an interesting event, because when you compare it to like other nuclear disasters, you can see just how much it was bungled.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen the Chernobyl TV show, it goes into detail a lot about, like, how exactly it happened. And it was really fucked up. Like, basically the people in charge that day were just ignoring all of the warning signs. Like, completely ignoring them. And that's that's why one of the guys,
You gonna kill that sniper, or?
Oh, I probably should, yeah. He was, like, tried for,
There is an achievement for killing every sniper in the game, so...
I love that.
There's also a little thing they did to make it, like, less punishing. There's a... If you didn't notice, when your grenade goes up to a window containing a sniper, it sort of gets sucked in.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Just to make it, you know, easier.
If that grenade kills someone, that'd be so good.
But they have shotguns.
Shut.
So this is your first proper meeting with the Combine Overwatch.
That it is. Oh,
even though,
yes! I love this thing.
Is that the gun from Editor Ganja? Oh my god.
It's the Combine right.
I can't believe that Half-Life stuff from Editor Ganja. That's like so crazy, man, that they did that. But yeah, like, I think it was Fukushima.
Yeah.
If you compare it to Fukushima... Hey, Fukushima, I think, has a gift shop. These days. Because the quick reaction of the Japanese government and, like, the sensible and properly funded cleanup effort, it's genuinely harmless these days.
Yeah, well, it's just like with Chernobyl, they just didn't know what the fuck to do when it happened. Like, they, like, sent fire engines out to go and, like, put out the fire. It's like, that's not gonna do anything. All you've done is sent thousands of, however many, hundreds of firefighters to their death. Oh, that's not something
At the same time, it's probably not the best to leave the nuclear power station burning, so, like, what do you do?
Like, yeah, what the fuck do you do? But, like, it showed, like, all the stuff they had to do in the aftermath. Like, they had to go to, like, all the abandoned villages and kill all of the dogs and cats that were left there.
Like the liquidators.
Anything that could, like, pass it on. Anything that could bring the radiation anywhere else, they just had to go and, like, just cull everything. Is they follow you? Okay.
Yeah. The people who were cleaning it up were the Chernobyl liquidators.
Chernobyl
It's Leon.
liquidators.
We're all clear.
That's what they were
And I've got
called.
Gordon
Oh, is it?
Freeman.
Anyways, this is story, so we should
Freeman,
probably shut up.
okay. Look, I've been on the line with Alex. Her father's been captured.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Eli Vance is indispensable to the liberation.
Alex, it's Leon. And I've got Gordon Freeman with me.
Gordon, you made it through Ravenholm. Thank God. I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigaunts tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman. While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect. It used to be a high-security prison. It's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You wanted to take the coast road? You won't last 5 minutes.
Why
on
do the
foot.
subtitles
It's
say
spawning
moan?
season for the antlions.
That's
Yeah,
why
because
I
there's people
called you,
moaning in
Leon.
the background,
I was hoping
in
you
pain.
still had the scout car we left with you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco?
Who's
Bring
the
the buggy
airboat?
out. Put it on the dock
Oh,
right
it's
now.
Buggy.
Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just finished mounting an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect. Bye for now.
Bye, Alex. Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort. Stay with the car, make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlions.
Antlions. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
Leggies.
yeah, this bit's fucking cool. I remember this bit.
Hop in and I'll lower you down to the beach. Good, here we go.
You're the best buggy pilot I've ever seen.
Drop me.
Magnet's failing.
But yeah,
Hold on. Sorry, Doc.
it is amusing how the subtitles just say moan whenever someone's moaning in pain.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you remember the Tau cannon from Half-Life 1, this is that. You can spam it for lower damage, or charge it for higher damage. I don't believe you're meant to fight these. Anyways, now that you're on the road again,
On the road again. The hell am I going again?
you'll find it. It's just, you know, you're sort of meant to figure out how to do the buggy around here. But yeah, the people who were sent in to clean up Chernobyl were called the Liquidators.
They didn't do a great job.
At the same time, it's not really their fault. I'm pretty sure they used, like, convicts. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I gotta say, they did, yeah.
Like, you can spend 5 years in prison or 5 minutes shoveling radioactive
Yeah.
ash.
That was another part in the Chernobyl bit, yeah. They, like, got all the prisoners and stuff, and...
There's something
yeah,
in that house for you, by the way.
They'd all, like, go in, like, take turns, go in for a few minutes and shovel in the stuff, and, like, one person had to, like, go into the facility, like, underwater, and it was, like, heavily radiated water. They were like, if you do this, you will die. And, like, someone had to be the person to, like, make the sacrifice and go do it. Because it was, like, they had to, like, go underwater and turn something off. And I know that it obviously is dramatized for the show, but that apparently did actually happen.
I see. Yeah, like, and you've got to imagine, for a poorly educated Russian convict, like, Radiation? Well, it's can't be that bad. I'll sleep it off.
Well, that's the thing. Like almost everyone, even people working in the nuclear facility, didn't really know how bad it'd be.
Yeah. You can just run the antlions over, by the way.
Okay.
Hit him straight on.
Oh yeah. Nice.
They splatter like bugs on the windscreen. Those are the thumpers he mentioned. Antlions are up. Why'd you turn it off?
No, I'm meant to turn it off.
No. Antlions are burrowing insects. They get, like, upset by ground vibrations. Thumpers produce vibrations which scare the antlions away. So essentially, around thumpers, you don't need to worry about being harassed.
I fell.
Best buggy pilot in a generation. Could fly a buggy through the gap in your teeth.
Oh shit, am I not going through this bit?
You are. You are. Might be worth checking out the house first, though. There's a lot of places like this along the coast. You don't technically have to stop at them, but it's, you know, it's how they intended you to play the coast, so may as well. It's not about the, I almost said it's not about the journey, it's about the destination. No, the other way around.
Fucking go away.
Why did you shoot the grenade chest to
Shush.
try and open it?
Shush. Oh, fuck off. Bye.
Anyways, yes, if you notice, they said they mounted an ammo crate on the back. Basically, you have infinite ammo for your SMG as long as you're near the buggy.
Nice. Very nice indeed.
There's a lot of concepts for Half-Life that aren't, like, explicitly... like, that was scrapped, but aren't explicitly decanonized.
Alright.
Like the air exchange and the ocean draining. Like, in the original... or I say original because it went through so many design phases. In one of the design phases for Half-Life 2, it was going to be a plot point that the Combine are draining the oceans.
Oh.
They were going to make it so that, the idea was that the Combine, being a, you know, alien race that could make portals, would have opened a big portal in the ocean, and that portal would lead to a different dimension containing a turbine.
Alright, oh, it's G-Man there.
Yeah, and it would basically just be a giant power plant. And they scrapped that idea, but it was never explicitly decanonized, and as you see, the sea level has clearly dropped significantly.
Yeah. I mean, it's why there's all these boats here and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So take it with a grain of salt, but it's an idea that, even if it wasn't added, it still definitely influenced the design process, because of course the lowered sea levels.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's pretty cool. I like some little secret stuff like that, where it's not explicitly said, but it's definitely, there's hints of it.
That's another thing you could have gone into, but, you know, you don't have to go and do everything. These Combine Overwatch as well. They look human, right?
Hmm.
And the Metro Cops before, back in City 17, they were human, just in, like,
Yeah,
outfit.
of course.
Hurry, get in the basement. We're expecting gunships at any moment. Colonel Cubbage will be glad to see you made it.
Colonel Cubbage. He's such a weird character to show up only once.
Into the basement. Let's go.
This steerable rocket
Oh,
launcher
it's this little weirdo.
is our best bet for taking down a gunship. Ah, hello. I'll be right with you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket.
Every time I see one of these characters, I always get really confused when I hear their voice. Just because I watch like a really fucking shitty Gmod movie thing with all these characters in, and they all have like really terrible voices, and I always expect to hear them in that voice.
Ah, yes. Gordon
you.
Freeman. I couldn't have asked for a
Give
finer
me the Freeman
volunteer.
rocket.
Colonel Odessa
Yay.
College at your service. Gunship! Damn. Let me
Yeah.
just send a warning to Lighthouse Point.
So the gunships. Important note: you can't just shoot the rocket directly at them.
Okay. Good to know.
You have to. They will try to shoot it down. So you need to use the laser guiding on the gun on the rocket to steer it around the gunship's defenses.
Okay, I like that.
That was a hit.
Take this med kit.
Fucking
It
get
takes
out the
3 or
way,
4
you stupid cow!
It takes
God
3 or 4
damn it.
hits to take down a gunship. I don't remember exactly. I think it depends on the difficulty, actually.
Yeah, that went a little far. Oh, I've got no ammo.
There's
Shit.
there's launcher ammo around the area.
NLO
more
to
in here?
Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in.
Sure.
By the way, this is New Little Odessa, which tells you 2 things. That's the settlement is New Little Odessa. Tells you 2 things. 1, Odessa Cubbage named this settlement after himself. And he's done it before. Remember, this is New Little
Yeah,
Odessa.
yeah.
It also raises the question, what happened to Old Little Odessa?
Man.
Gunships, I believe if you can also land a direct hit on them with like a barrel thrown by the gravity gun, it also counts.
Yeah.
But that's just as difficult as getting a rocket hit.
Fucking what?
It's because you're going for like directly at them in the last moment. You're like doing little wiggles and then going in straight, where it's better to do wide arcs.
Yeah, but I feel like if I do a wide arc, I'm gonna go straight past it.
Remember, it is homing, so even if you go past it, if you go past it, focusing the targeting system on the gunship means it'll come back. Like that.
Boom. What treats has it got for me?
I don't believe it drops anything, but you can look at its corpse, which is just as fun.
Oh, damn. What icon at this back? So fleshy.
And now it's gone.
It's gone.
Wizardry. But yes, remember the drop ships from earlier? The big, like, whale-looking things in the sky?
Yeah.
That had those pods?
Sorry. I just yeeted that, not even knowing he was there, and it landed right on his fucking
Here,
head.
patch yourself up.
Thank you. Yeah, they look very similar to those, don't they?
Yeah, because they're combined synths, which are robot bio... But they're cyborgs.
Yeah.
They're
I can
biorgs.
dispose of that gunship, Dr. Freeman. Your reputation, sir, is well deserved. I shall have someone open the gate immediately so that you can drive on. I understand that Dr. Banks is in great need. Use extreme caution when approaching radio silence from that outpost leads me.
What are you saying?
NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in, please.
Goddamn cabbage.
Basically, he's telling you they've opened the gate, you can keep driving.
Nice.
NLO to Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage.
Yeah, Cubbage is such he's fun, honestly. He's a dickhead, but he's fun.
The hell of it. Yeah, what the hell?
Drive safely.
Okay, we're going to. Thanks.
Arrived safely as you just rammed into the gate at full speed and took damage. Be careful, by the way, because if you drive off a cliff, that is a game over. So, you try not to do that.
Down the loading zone.
Yeah, the thing with Cubbage is that it's weird that they have like a unique model for such an inconsequential character. Like, if you remember Leon when you first got the car, the generic Black Citizen 3.
Yeah.
He's a new character. He was a named character, Leon,
And
but he just used a generic model. And yet Cubbage, who plays like an even less of a role than Leon, has his own skin, and there's actually a reason for that. That's turned off bumper. You can turn it on to repel the antlines.
Is that is the reason that he was meant to have a more major role and it was cut?
Kind of. Odessa Cubbage was never meant to have a more major role, but a character with his face was. Basically, Half-Life has completely revamped its story multiple times during development. It ended up with something pretty good, I feel.
Yeah.
But it's undeniable that it has changed so much. I remember I talked a while back about how Judith Mossman was originally Elena Mossman.
Yeah.
And Elena served a completely different story role to I almost said Judas, to Judith. You meant to pull out the Magnum, didn't you?
Very much did.
The same is sort of true of Cubbage. He was meant to serve a completely different role. Well, not Cubbage, but, there was a character where they originally got the face scan.
Oh! You see that?
Nice. Good shot. Because I believe the character faces in particular are like edited models of edited photos, like scans of human faces.
Yeah, you can clearly tell that, I think. Right. What the hell am I doing here?
The crane is not just a set piece, by the way.
That makes a lot more sense then, doesn't it?
And yeah, he was meant to have a more major role, and then that character was scrapped entirely, so they just took his face and recycled it.
Am I meant to keep picking up my car here?
I think so. But you don't have to go do it now. You can do it as like the last thing you do.
I might just be like knocking it. Yeah.
Also, there's some shipping containers there. And there's some guys shooting at
I
you.
can't remember the button to pick this up. I'm getting confused.
I believe it's left and... maybe? Is it left and right?
Nope. Oh, what the fuck?
It's a magnetic. It's a magnet. So you picked up a shipping container.
Go down, you stupid arm.
I really like throwing... I really like throwing the container at them, like, just lobbing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, now you can get out of the crane. Or can you actually reach it from here? I'd be impressed.
I think if I give it enough of a whack. Stop moving down, you stupid shit.
gotta give it the old college whack.
Why is the arm so high up? Stop.
Because it retracts.
Oh,
Like, it
fucking-
goes down when you...
Let me out of
Just
this.
get out of the...
How do I get out of it?
The same way you get out of any vehicle.
I don't know what the button is. I can't remember.
Yeah, he does... Turtle's a special boy. He doesn't play video games. You gotta remember this. And just park it right under the magnet. The crane is a bit annoying. I've gotten used to it because I played this segment a lot. But I can understand, you know, being like, oh, piss off, you big magnet cunt.
Right, now I've got to go fucking all the way back.
Yeah, you've got to go all the way, you know, up the dock. You've got to go around. It's basically the 12 Labors of Hercules.
It is. It's the worst. It is the worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, the turtle melon. Minor basic cardio is the worst.
I've got to go do cardio later. It's gross.
Minor lacerations detected.
I have to go to the gym and be a good boy.
Oh god. Okay, don't move, just put it down. Mouse 1. It's literally telling you on the side of the screen. Okay. Now you can plop that sucker on the dock. Works for me.
Good enough. Damn. I thought I had enough health to survive that.
Did it save with after you yeah. Saved at a good time.
Minor lacerations detected.
You put in all that work and then you just jump off head first.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes I'm reminded that humanity are just... What'd you do that for?
I don't know.
I think it's too close to the crane now. Just reload reload the autosave.
I got this, I got this. No.
And then pressed. Now
Got it by the
just swing it and plop it.
Oh. It's
Oh.
good enough.
Granddad, please retake a driver's ed course. I don't like the way you park. I think you might have to, like, bonk it with the gravity gun to knock it up over the edge. No, turtle. How are you so good and so bad at this game at the same time?
That one.
There we go.
Extraordinarily well.
Can you squeeze it through? I think you can with a little bit of bonking. Yeah, that sounded weird. You can squeeze it through with a little bit of bonking. Oh god, with that comment, I didn't like that at all. Turtle.
What?
There was a grenade under your front wheel, and you just weren't doing anything about it.
Right. Am I good?
I think you're good.
Why did I need the car again?
Because this is the way to go. You somehow dodged that health.
I see.
See, I feel like I'm sort of taken up because when you're watching a series, right? people will just miss things or do things that you see immediately,
Yeah.
right? And you just want to fucking die. And I feel like what I'm able to do here is that but live, you know? I'm able to take it out on you.
Well, it's like when you're watching a series and you kind of want to shout at the screen. You actually can, and it has some effect.
Yeah, I can shout at you with my impotent rage.
There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake, go away.
I don't believe that hurts the gunship. That is a cool moment. I think only explosions hurt the gunship.
I see.
I think you can also time it for when the gunship's not shooting. Like if you shoot, like... Oh, that hit. See? I told you going far past it isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, I love having those I told you so moments as well, because a lot of the time I did tell you.
Fuck you.
So yes, the explanation for Combine synths is that Combine aren't just, you know, conquerors of Earth.
Yeah.
Also, you have the gravity gun for situations like this.
Nope. Don't need it.
They're not just conquerors...
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had my gravity gun out then. Please don't let me do this whole
You're gonna
thing
do
again.
it all again!
Oh. I really thought I had the gravity gun out then.
So they're not just conquerors of Earth. And this gunship is an organism from another world that was enslaved, selectively bred, cyborganized, whatever, to essentially be turned into a Combine war machine.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was at one point part of a sentient species is not exactly clear, but you know, it is a pretty horrifying thought
It is.
to think about. Doesn't it just make you feel sad?
Just a bit.
So yeah, it is an organism and it does feel pain, so you're hurting it right now.
Nice.
Like if you go in close and look at the remains, sometimes you can see the head, and it's got these big bug eyes, and it's clearly some sort of insectoid creature.
Right,
The
save.
dropships are the same,
Right, swap to this.
and rocket launcher it from a distance this time.
I didn't even want a rocket launcher at all, I just wanted to use this on it.
A lot of Combine, quote-unquote tech. Like I told you before about the Hunter Chopper and how it's meant to be based on Earth technology.
Yeah.
A lot of Combine tech is either cannibalized from the tech of those they conquer, or cannibalized from the bodies of those they conquer.
Yeah. Either way, it's horrible. Oh, hello. I know that they're active
get to
this
meet-
time, so...
Yeah, you get to meet a real one.
Oh, that's close.
This leads me into, meet the Combine Overwatch. They're no different. Functionally, they are synths. Just like the gunship, except made from humans instead of some alien insect.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Ripped open, cut apart, surgically modified. It's like sort of early stage tech, you could even consider it, because basically they are the Nokia of human combine soldiers.
I don't care about your grenades, boys. Oh, he's recoiling me and making me miss. God damn it. Stop.
So yeah, if the Metro Cops were just people in suits, these are almost suits in people.
Oh god. Messed up shit going on.
Yeah. It's not necessarily stuff you get first time playing through the game, but also stuff that I don't think is like too spoilery to tell you,
No.
because it's never some big reveal that the Overwatch are modified people.
Oh, I got this thing.
Oh, yeah, you got the crossbow. Works like in Half-Life 1, but better. This guy up on the petrol sign.
There is. Oh.
So, a new addition to the crossbow that's purely cosmetic, but if someone's standing right up against the wall, and the bolt goes all the way through, it can actually, like, staple them to the wall.
That's great.
There's actually an achievement for managing... Oh, my cord's wrapped around my blanketed toesies. Just unfurling that. Yeah, there's actually an achievement for stapling the guy to the petrol sign, but you didn't manage that this time.
Minor fracture detected.
Way to drive full tilt into the force field, by the way.
I didn't know it was going to be that type of force field.
What other type of force field is there?
I don't know.
I thought it was going to be the type of force field that you could walk through, you know? You know, those
Exactly.
types of, you know, intangible force fields.
Wow. It's a lot of blowing up stuff.
It was a petrol station. You really like the gravity gun, don't you?
I do.
Oh, that just reminded me. The way that tire rolled. Have you seen those videos of like tires
Yes.
coming off trucks as they travel at
Yes.
speed?
And like, there's that one where there's a person like at the like gas pump and just gets fucking KO'd by a tire.
Oh, there's so many videos of tires just barely missing people. It's terrifying.
It is. It truly is.
So you need to find a way to bring down that force field.
Eh. Now I'm guessing I just gotta follow this wire.
Yeah, I do my best to keep your neurotic brain on track.
Bye. Faster, maybe? A little bit faster? Bye! They really did, like, a good job of making the cars look like fucking World War II Nazi cars. Like, I don't know why, but they
Oh,
really...
you know, the Nazis, famous for driving around and...
But, like, they look like futuristic versions of, like, the sort of cars the Nazis
You can't...
used.
The only way to kill roller mines is to drop them into water.
Ah, okay.
So if you see any more, just punting them off the cliff is good enough.
Cool. Let's keep this moving on now.
Also, by World War II Nazi cars, do you mean Volkswagens?
I do. Just what you saw all, like... It's all you saw Hitler ever drive. Oh, well, not drive, but be in.
I love how Volkswagen has a suspiciously absent corporate history around that period.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. What now?
Nonchalantly running things over is one of my favorite things to do. And it's also fun in games.
So crispy.
Yeah, they also respond to like their squad dying if you listen to that radio.
Yeah.
It's like one down, one down. You're not gonna fit that through the doorway. Oh no, I've been pelted by a fruit basket.
Kill them eventually. Oh, I can't pick up the chair. Oh, I can't pick up the wardrobe though. This works.
Yeah, I was talking about
Oh.
We were talking about Chernobyl earlier.
Yeah.
It feels weird to say I like Chernobyl, so I'm not going to say that. What I will say is,
I found it intriguing.
it created a lot of interesting things.
Oh, hello.
Like the concept of corium,
Who's
the elephant's foot. Corium, I hardly even know him. Corium is basically what you get when, like, uranium and other stuff present in a reactor core goes critical in a massive, disastrous failure of containment systems, and it all melts together. Basically, corium is the giant molten remains of a reactor core.
It bad, basically. It very bad. Ooh.
It very bad. It very radioactive, but it also extremely hard. Like, corium is super, like, dense and hard to make cuts in. Which
How
is,
did even people
there are
attempt to cut it when it's that radioactive?
I believe, so one of the largest masses
Oh,
of
for
corium
fuck's
is the
sake.
elephant's foot. Which, even if you don't know much about corium, you've probably at least heard of the elephant's foot.
I recognize the name, I don't really know anything about it though.
It is a giant mass of corium. I think one of the largest I think it's the largest single mass of corium in the world.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. Or at least it's one of the largest.
Yeah.
And it's this massive lump of corium underneath where the Chernobyl reactor was, because it all melted through the floor, and now it's just sitting there in the Chernobyl, in the basements of Chernobyl, basically, like a giant nuclear turd. Maybe save before you inevitably throw yourself into the ocean.
I'm just looking
So you
around.
can't get across that bridge until you lower the force field. So... yeah, and it's interesting because people have been trying to study the elephant's foot, because again, it's the largest single mass of corium in the world, and while corium is... it's so dangerous, and nobody really wants to fuck with it, so a huge mass of it is nice
Yeah.
for research. Corium can be made in labs, but it's obviously not made in any sort of quantity even approaching the elephant's foot.
Mhm.
Because it's so dangerous.
Yeah, that would be pretty terrible. Adam.
And, sorry, I was just gathering my thoughts. Stop using that on head crabs, you fucking dolt. There are only, like, a handful of photos of the elephant's foot. And it's called that because it looks like an elephant's foot. You were very lucky there.
I was.
Yeah, it's called that because it looks like an elephant's foot. Have you ever seen one of them? One of them elephants? Those strange beasties?
Boom.